Hello everybody, this is T with Kate's Crafty Closet with week 4 of Halloween in August. So today is the last week. Make sure you check out everybody's YouTube channels in the description box below for their projects for today. So let's go ahead and get started. Here is this cool little Batty. This is really a gift card holder, but I'm going to use it for something else. So you'll see that later on to the video. So let's go ahead and get ourselves started. So the first thing I went ahead and did is I cut down this gift card holder die. I don't know where this came from. I had it for quite some time. It was just sitting in a pocket inside of one of my binders. So I used some 110-pound black cardstock, and I will have to say that that is just a little bit too thick when using it, because when you have the squirrel lines on here, they're not quite defined enough, and it's a little bit too thick. But I would go with maybe a little bit lighter weight, like a 65, probably maybe 80. You might be able to get away with that as well too. But before we go ahead and get to scoring, let's go ahead and stamp and heat emboss our sentiment, which is from an older retired MFT stamp set. It was a Halloween stamp set. So I'm just going to go ahead and use that Batty for you, and I'm just going to come in with some Versamark. You can use a pigment ink, whatever you have in your stash. So just going to lightly tap this and get a good impression and do the best to line this up. And I'm going to go right there, and boom, good to go. Close up our ink pad, bring out a scrap piece of paper. And I'm using today some embossing powder from Lawn Fawn. This is a textured white, so it's not going to be it's not going to be a smooth. It's going to be a little bit of a texture, which is cool. I like that. I didn't use an anti-static powder too, because I never know where it's at. And being this is Halloween, I'm okay with any kind of little stray marks on my project. But you can always come in with a brush, a paintbrush, and you can remove any of those little strays that are on there. So you can just come in and do this if you don't want to have that on your finished project. So, but I'm okay with that. So we're gonna come in with our heat tool. Make sure it gets a little warm for about 15 seconds maybe. And then we're gonna go ahead and heat this up. I always have to, don't lay it flat, because you want the hot air to pass through. It makes it easier to heat emboss it. So I'm just going to go over it one more time. You can kind of see it change colors when it's heat. So we're going to give that a few seconds to dry, so we don't smudge or, number one, burn ourselves either. But as you can see, you have scar marks on both sides, and you have 2 score marks here as well. So I have my bone folder, so I'm going to start with this one over here, and I'm just going to use the bone folder to help me. And you see how it starts to split the ends of that paper, and I'm okay with that for Halloween because it just adds to that distressy look. But like, if you want to, like I said, spritz your water, spritz your paper with a little bit of water, so those fibers kind of loosen up a little bit. Then we're going to go here. I'm going to go here as well. And like I said, I think a smaller weight cardstock would be best. And then finally, we have that crease. And we'll just go ahead and crease that down. Now, what I learned with this is, like, I ended up trimming off a little bit of this at the top because of the bulkiness of the cardstock. So I'm just going to go in, and I'm just going to trim this off a little bit. Doesn't matter how much or how little you do, just I found it worked out a little bit better to close it. So the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to put some double-sided adhesive. You can use wet glue if you want to, or a glue stick. I'm just going to use some double-sided tape, and I'm going to put this on the outside of the flap, because that's just basically going to close it and be able to insert whatever we want to insert. Like, you essentially, could you put candy in there? Yeah, you could. Like, but it's a very small opening, very flat. I figured, you know, you can use it for many different things. You can put a gift card in it, of course. Also, you can do like a scavenger hunt, and this can be like the clues. You can put the clues inside of there. It all depends on what you want. I'm actually going to put a business card in there. This would be a perfect opportunity, you know, to hand out a business card if you have one. So that's what we'll do at the end of the video. So we're going to pull that off, and basically we're just going to close it, line it up the best that I can, and that pretty much completes that part of the little card. Like, I see, I don't mind those little specks everywhere. They're actually kind of cool. So basically what we're going to do is, like, let's just go ahead and we can put the business card in here. Like, here's Kate's Crafty Closet's business card. And it's like, it's actually too big. Is it too big? Yep, it is too big. So I guess it won't work for business cards, so you can do a gift card. So see, that's a lesson to learn, right? I thought it would work, and I didn't try it beforehand. So there's nothing wrong with that. So because I'm not going to put anything in here at the moment, you can use anything to seal it. If you're giving this away, and you can put double-sided tape on it. But today I actually have some washi tape. Like, I have some spider web Halloween washi tape, and got to have any opportunity to use washi tape, I do take that opportunity. So we can just go ahead and just add to the decorative piece of it all. Like I said, you can put double-sided tape on there, so when if you want to, completely up to you. Just trying to get my tape on there semi-decent. It keeps wanting to flap up on me and roll on me because of that edge right there, that decorative edge. And that said, doesn't have to be perfect anyways. But anyway, let's just do our best, get that on there, and call it a day, right? There we go. Then I have these bats. These were cut from my Cricut because that's all I had on close by and nearby to me. But if you have a bat die, you can do that. Or if you can go on the internet and you can print templates. If you're good at freehanding, you can freehand and fussy cut that, or as I like to call it, cranky cut them out. But for today, I used the most easiest option for me. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put down some more double-sided tape on those bat wings so we can adhere it to our project. And like I said, you can use any kind of adhesive that you want. I'm just going with the double-sided tape, okay? And then we should be done with that. Then we can peel off our release paper. And I basically, I'm just going to, you can have your wings facing whatever way you want them to face. Like, if mine are wonky, I'm okay with that. So I'm just going to make sure I cover up that adhesive so it doesn't stick out. And you can put this anywhere you want on here. Let's go down a little bit further, like right there. Okay, and then we can peel off the release paper off of this one. And then we can line it. So you're going to line it up, probably not perfectly, but that's okay. And like I said, if they're different ways, like this one's upside down, that one's right side up, I'm okay with that. Then we're going to come in with these little googly eyes. I have some purple ones that are Halloween from the Dollar Tree. So I'm just going to put that on there and pick these up and put those on there. So that is our little bat gift card holder. Like I say, if you want to decorate it with some more things, you certainly can do that. But that is all I have for you all today. Like I said, make sure you go check out everybody's projects in the description box below. Make sure you check out the store, katescraftycloset.com, where we have a section of Halloween stuff that is there as well. So thank you all, and y'all have a crafty day. Bye-bye.